Confusing words in action. Number 3. Learning English through pictures. Here is a set of today's words. 31 to 40. Explicit and implicit. Fatal and fateful. Fictional and fictitious. Final and finale. All the way to hanger and hanger. No, I am not your servant. Here we go. We have the words explicit and we have the words implicit. So, of course, I'm pretty sure these prefixes already tell you what they mean, explicit and implicit. Now, explicit means that you're going ahead and you're clear and direct, whereas if you're implicit, that means you're like unclear and indirect, but you can somehow get the meaning forward. Bribery is a police state. Any explicit criticism of the leader or reference to the opposition is punished by a long spell in the prison camp. Recently, however, there's been a fashion in the city for the color orange. The police suspect that this is an implicit reference to the political prisoners, but so far they have been unable to prove it. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Alright, next up we have these words. Fatal and fateful. Now, fatal basically means that it's potential death. Like when something's fatal, it could cause death. Whereas fateful is like very important because of the serious consequences that it gives you. Get it? Like drinking poison is fatal, certain fatal death. But meeting you was fateful. Alright, here's the thing. It felt as if a single slip or a false step could prove fatal. It was terrifying, but at the same time, extraordinarily exciting. It was my first time on the mountain. I knew it was going to be a fateful experience, and that I should be coming back to the rock in the mountains for the rest of my life. Alright, next up we have the word fictitious. And the word fictional. Now, fictitious basically means that it's false, untrue. Like, every way, it's false. Whereas fictional is like, it's a story that's made up in the genre of fiction. Hi everyone, I'm Alex Brilliant. This man is telling everyone that he is called Alex Brilliant, and he's very rich. But Alex Brilliant is a fictitious name. In reality, Alex Brilliant is well-known swindler Percy Clegg. Percy Clegg is actually no more real than Alex Brilliant. He's a fictional villain created by the novelist Daphne Clinch. And would you believe it? Daphne Clinch isn't the real name either. It's a pseudonym used by the author, Agatha Smith. Why is not Agatha Christie? It sounds Agatha Christie. I suppose they're gonna say, oh, copyright issues. Yeah, nah, I don't buy it. Alright, next up we have the words final and finale. Now, final is like, it's the last thing ever, and sometimes it usually is the most important thing as well too. It's the last and most important series of events. Whereas finale is like the very last item in a show, and it is very spectacular. Like the finale of a show or the grand finale of a TV show is supposed to be like the best one ever, except I'm pretty sure SVTFOE, if you get my reference, his finale was terrible. I really wish the season 5 will come out like Phineas and Ferb. Alright, we'll have to figure that out soon anyway. Brenda has a very big part in the school pantomime. So she doesn't have to wear any makeup. She is on the stage almost all the time, from the first scene in Act 1 to the final scene in Act 2. But she doesn't have to say a word. She doesn't even have to sing in the finale. It's only when she takes her bow that the people in the audience recognize her. Lamau. Alright, next up we have the word fragrant and flagrant. Here's the thing. When something's fragrant, that means that thing it's like, it talks about, it like has a very pleasant smell, like perfume makes you fragrant. Whereas flagrant is like, you use it to talk about big actions and behaviors, like very big actions and behaviors, like something that's rule breaking, that kind of thing. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Mrs. Digby is trying to make her roses more fragrant by spraying them with perfume. This is a flagrant breach of the rules. Shall I report her to the judges? I don't think the judges will be taken in. I mean, fair enough. The judges won't be taken in that well anyway. Alright, next up, we have these two words. We have the words flare and flare. Now, a flare, F-L-A-R-E, is like fire. When a flare is like a burst of flame or light. Whereas a flare is like, you have a natural ability to do something. Like, I have a flare for school, or I have a flare for making YouTube videos. As long as I hide behind the camera, I suppose. This is Tom arriving for the school disco with 3 of his friends. They're all like 1970s style. But Tom and his friends think that it's not enough to have a really cool look. If you want to impress everyone, you have to wear your clothes with flair. Na na, Thriller. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I'm cringe, aren't I? Well, I hope people watch these videos are cringe as well too. Next up, we have the words flaunting as well as flouting. Now, when you're flaunting, that means you're going ahead and you display something prominently and showing everyone else that you have it. Whereas when you're flouting something, that means you disobey a rule, a law, or a regulation. Which is something you definitely do not want to do unless that rule and regulation is unjust. Now, this is Barbara on Saturday night, arriving at the school disco. This is Barbara having fun and maybe flaunting herself a little. This is Barbara going home from school disco and flouting her parents' rule that she has to be home by 10:30 p.m. This is Barbara at the Saturday night after the school disco, and the Saturday after that, and the Saturday after that. She's grounded for an entire month. Nani. Alright, next up we have the words funny and fun. But before I talk about funny, I want to talk about fun. Now, when you're fun, that means you're having enjoyment and pleasure times as well too. Oh, if you're funny, that means it's a joke or show or an incident that's very amusing, like that makes you laugh. Donna and Mary had a terrific time at the circus. They had never seen anyone as funny as the clowns. They had never seen anyone as daring as the trapeze artists. In fact, they had never had so much fun in their whole lives before, and they talked about it for weeks afterwards. Well, I suppose that worked out pretty well too. Alright, next up we have these words. Had better and would matter. Now here's the thing. If you had better do something, that means you do the right or appropriate thing to do. Whereas if you would better do something, that means you would prefer to do something. It is the last day of the holiday. The Perkins family are feeling sad. They would far rather stay here at the seaside than go home. They would rather not pack up everything into their car and drive off. But work and school will start again tomorrow, so they had better be on their way. Bruh. Next up, we have the words hangar and hangar. Now, a hangar is like a large building where aircraft are kept. And a hangar with the ER basically is like this little hook thingy that you put your clothes on. Like if you don't understand me, then look at this. This is a hangar. It hangs your clothes. Got it? Good. It's not yet dawn at the airport. A giant aircraft is rolled out of the hangar to be made ready for an early morning flight. At the same time, Captain South takes his uniform off the hangar and gets dressed. A little later, plane and pilot will meet to do their job for the day. Why does he look like a flight attendant? And that is the end of today's words. I hope to see you guys soon in the next set. We'll have 2 more sets until we're finally done with confusing words. I really hope to see you guys soon. Until then, Shana, peace. Bye-bye.